We're heading north of the border to learn about an international film festival that is only just about 2 hours away. Movie buffs, critics, celebrities, and more are all gathering in Toronto this week for the Toronto International Film Festival. To tell us more about the festival is Ray Barker from the North Park Theatre. Now, you're kind of our local film critic, so we're broadening your perspective right now to talk a little bit about the International Film Festival happening in Toronto. So tell me a little bit about what it is, because I think a lot of people don't know how film festivals quite work, including myself.
Well, for 10 days, Toronto is the epicenter of the film universe, and basically there are premieres of movies. The first time they're shown anywhere in the world is in Toronto. There are directors, producers, stars, and a lot of industry people who are going to watch films to sign distribution deals so that they can distribute their films later in the year. It's really the kickoff to award season, because Gravity, 12 Years a Slave, those kinds of films all played at Toronto last year. For ordinary fans, they can join in and get tickets and be a part of the madness.
So for people like me that love to see movies but don't necessarily know a lot about what it goes to make a movie or the industry, what type of movies will I be seeing if I head up to Toronto?
Well, you'll see gala premieres of essentially mainstream Hollywood movies, and then you'll see some of the best work by renowned art cinema directors. You'll see documentaries, so every kind of film. There's something for everybody, and it's not like there are not tickets available. I think there are a lot of small films that are playing. They're looking for audience. You can go and try something completely new, or you can go with something to see a big star, you know, a Morgan Freeman or an Al Pacino.
And if you're curious at how many movies are available to see, this is the program from the event, and you can see it's pretty much a novel-sized magazine. Now, Ray, you headed up there. Tell me a little bit about your experience and if you saw anything that you think our viewers would like to see themselves.
I saw some fantastic films while I was up there. I saw a lovely French film called Gemma Bovary, which stars a former Bond girl, Gemma Arterton. Got to meet the director, Anne Fontaine. Kind of a lovely movie about a couple that's escaping the hurly-burly of urban life, going into the countryside, and then life gets more complicated. And their neighbor starts to see this woman as like Madame Bovary from the famous Flaubert novel. I saw a lovely film from Ireland, an animated film called Song of the Sea, which is based on Irish folklore about the selkie, of seals that can turn into human beings and vice versa. And I heard a just tremendous tribute from the director about how he and his wife went on vacation, and in a fishing village, all these seals in Ireland had been killed by fishermen because they eat the fish stocks. And people said in the village, you know, 20 years ago, this wouldn't have happened because in Irish folklore, seals are so, you know, mythical. They could be human beings. They could be selkies. So he says to lose folklore is to lose an important part of your past. So it's kind of a family film, a children's film, and then has this lovely Irish folklore bit. I mean, just wonderful experience.
And there are so many other movies that you'll have an opportunity to see. So for people that are heading up to Toronto, how does this all work? How do they find tickets to these movies?
If you go online to TIFF.net, you can buy tickets to specific films. They're films for very popular movies that open up every day at 7 a.m. If you don't get tickets to a movie that you want to see, you can still go and rush in line. So you basically wait in line, and then they see if there's capacity, and if there's capacity, they let you in. And every film that I saw in Toronto last weekend, there was extra room. So there were fans who got in at the last moment.
All right, thank you once again, Ray Barker from the North Park Theatre.